And finally, at number 1, I have Compile. So this is a 2-player only head-to-head hand management game where you are trying to control these columns by having the most influence in them. Now, at the start of the game, you are going to have a kind of unique set of cards based on these 3 different types that you draft. So these are all very abstracted, things such as death and life and shadow and energy and all these kind of weird nebulous themes. But each of them comes with a set of 6 cards. And once you've got your three sets, you're going to put them back to back with your opponent's 3 sets. And again, take those 18 cards, shuffle them together, draw a few, and that'll be your starting hand. And what you're doing is that you are playing these cards on those matching columns, trying to get to above 10 influence. As soon as you do get to 10 influence on your turn, then you will kind of flip over your card, and that'll be one of your 3 objectives completed. But of course, all these cards come with unique abilities, and those abilities work in 3 different ways. So some of them will work as long as they are the uncovered card on that particular column, so you might not want to cover them up to exploit those abilities as long as you can. Some of them will work instantly, and some of them will work kind of conditionally. So it's really interesting how you manage these cards. You try and synergize them with each other to try and, I play this card first, then I'm going to play this one and flip it over to make it more powerful. I'm going to force my opponent to move this card here. I'm going to move this set here, and so on. So it's all about very finely tuning that hand of cards to manipulate the state of the board, to throw your opponent off, as well as trying to help yourself. Now, the sheer variety of these cards is really outstanding. You do have tons to play with in the base game alone, and I know they are coming out with more content, and there are different sets to collect. And it's just such a nice, versatile system where there's no real kind of bells and whistles, no frills. It's just simple, straightforward text on cards that's easy to digest, some simple keywords, but the depth of the play really is there. And I would warn you, be careful when you are drafting your original cards, because you do want to make sure that you have all the tools in your toolkit to make sure that you can do everything. Like, for example, if your opponent is coming on aggressively and you don't have the ability to, say, remove some of your opponent's cards, you might find yourself in a bit of a corner. So, you do have freedom to do that. Just be careful to give yourself a bit of a variety in your decks that you choose, so that you can have the option, at least, or the potential to get yourself out of all situations. But extremely clever. It's the exact kind of card game that I enjoy. I would say if you enjoy games like Air, Land and Sea, then you're pretty much guaranteed to like this one, because there is a lot of crossover between the two. They're definitely games in their own right, but the style of gameplay is certainly similar. And again, I just think this game is a joy to play. It's pretty fast. It can be frustrating at times, as your efforts are constantly being squashed by your opponent, but that's the point in the game, and you are of course limited to the cards you have in your hand. Thoroughly enjoyable experience. I think it's going to be a colossal hit, if I'm honest. Again, especially if they keep supporting it, adding keywords to add the versatility and add the variety, but still keep it true to that simple system of just playing cards or drawing cards. Fantastic design. That is Compile, a well-deserved number 1.